Good morning everyone and welcome to you in this daily update on Bitcoin and maybe a few altcoins. As always, hope you're all doing very well. Today we have no news, so we can go with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, since Monday, very bad price action, not gonna lie. We've got a drop from the top here again. Everything can happen, but when the order flow is not really lining up, it sucks a bit. This was not really bearish, honestly. From the low here we've got a bounce, so from the top of the gap here, not the best target with the other confluence basically, so we've got a bounce from the top of the gap. This was not really bullish. Okay, so then you go make a retest. From this retest you can see here we get acceptance into the gap because we really start getting some kind of close inside, but from here no, we just get a full reversal. So again, very unlikely again. I'm not trading this personally. This is as simple as that. So yeah, very bad price action. Just so you know, there is a gap below here. Forgot to mention that in the last update, but I said it in Discord next. So let's come back here on this chart. So yeah, let's update Bitcoin at the moment. Rejection from the TPO level here. So again, you can see a very nice level. These levels are coming from ATAS software, by the way, just right here. It was basically this TPO. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot also this one. I'm gonna show you something else, by the way. But yeah, rejection from the TPO here, you can see. If you want to get, by the way, because there are new tariff, as you can see just right here, the top new tariff at the moment, it went mostly paid starting yesterday. So if you want to enjoy discount, you can simply use these promo codes. It's for you, not for me. I'll let you pause the stream to read all of this. And on this being said, let's move on to the chart here. So yeah, TPO rejection. Also yesterday we've got an 80-20 setup, as you can see just right there. We've got a previous day value low, so basically we can get 2 or 3 consecutive 30-minute candle close into the previous day value low. You can see the price here at 119,750. So basically around there. I said what, 700? Yeah, 750. So basically around there, if you get a few 30 minutes, so 2 or 3 30-minute consecutive candle close, you expect to go to the previous day value high. Look at this again. This is normal. We start to get acceptance. We fake the pump. Basically, we just go swipe. Well, stop basically all the longs that came in. This is absolutely normal. But next, normally this move should play out, and here we don't. Again, this is just really bad price action, honestly. But anyways, that's the game. Sometimes it's like that, so we have to deal with it. So let's update the chart here. Daily levels as always. Boom, 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 boom. Daily. There you go. So now we have an 80-20 setup again. Target around this previous day value low here. If we don't swipe the highs first, that is very possible. Let's add the TPO here. That is 119,025. Let's get rid of that. Good, and let's see how the ticks one. This is a daily volume profile when the level, well, we get a color close basically. If the point of control next is naked, so it's untapped basically, it gives a level. For example, this one here you can see, got a touch of the level for rejection. Again, sometimes you go through like this, but maybe during the day you got some scalps of that level. Right, 18,809, yeah, it's the same. Good. And yeah, by the way, moreover this one, you got acceptance basically a little bit here into the gap. You've got also like millions of longs trying to long the bottom here, but we still have been able to to bounce from here. That's pretty crazy these days. But anyways, that's another way to read the order flow. So right now, the only short I can see is a swing through panel refill of this. Oops. Okay, if we get acceptance above, this is very likely we're going to go towards a new all-time high. So only short for me is a swing through pan here or a failed auction. So spend some time and then get the reversal. This is the only short I can see right now on Bitcoin. Otherwise, I'm looking towards a new high to be made next. That's it. Okay, so that's the only short. Again, I don't have any limits up here. I want to see what's the reaction line in the time on the order flow. This is very important. If this is broken, looking towards a new all-time high most likely. Again, we have a few levels before the new all-time high, so we can look for just a swing through pan or a failed auction of this. It's possible, but yeah, honestly at that point I will just look for a new all-time high. This is the most probable in any case. Yeah, so this is it in terms of shorts. Otherwise, for longs, and next of course you have a short of the all-time high. For example, if I have to do a bigger triple wave here like this, because yeah, by the way, I changed my wave to a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 since we pull it back like this. So leading basically, so if I have a leading, it's either a wave 1 to next, either an ABC zigzag, and I'm taking the ABC zigzag personally as we are normally in a wave 5 of an ending. If you struggle understanding what I'm talking about right now, you can simply go on the website course page, Elliott wave, and you will understand a little bit better what I'm talking about. But yeah, there is of course a possible short trade setup of the all-time high. It is possible. We just have to see what's going on there. By the way, just like in the time basically, that will be for a bigger triple wave like this into the B or the wave 2. Okay, yeah. Again, we can just do this and full reverse. There will be the A, B, and the C. Very small one. But again, not impossible. So that's why it's good to be aware of shorts like this at resistance. That is it in terms of shorts. Otherwise, in terms of longs, well, again, let me have a look at a lower time frame. But I mean, overall, we'll prefer lower. But we have a leading now to the upside, so we might take the highs first. Yeah, well, for a long, this was, you can see, at 7 AM, so I was just sleeping at the time. So for a long, I would like to see just another low AM made. That will be the only long trade setup. Otherwise, I would look for the gap to be filled, or another try to fill the gap basically. But this right here is the next long trade setup. Okay, we can look for basically down to the DNPOC and daily level. And if this is not holding, there is no any support anymore, so we might take the lows again. So if we take the low, normally we should get again acceptance into the gap. And so normally, as always, the theory is if you get acceptance into the gap, you fill it. Not like this, for example. This is very not the most probable at all, to get acceptance into the gap and to just come back up. Normally when you get acceptance like this, you expect to go to the bottom of it. It's like a single print. Okay, the top of the single print when you have a box like this. Let's take the case that we are this. Okay, these are single prints basically. So the top here is acting as support. If you get acceptance in it, you expect it to be filled, and so to go to the bottom of it basically. And the bottom is a support. Again, it's not to use alone, you have to use confluence and all of this. But basically the gap is the same than a single print, the reaction. So yeah, that's the plan basically. So if we get acceptance again inside, we should fill the gap basically. And so if we fill the gap, my next targets are the following ones. 116,600 basically. Okay, this is the next biggest one of support. Very less probable trade will be just swipe the lows and come back up and maybe flip to support, you know, this big trend line we've got before. Again, we'll get acceptance here into the gap, so normally no, but who knows, we've got this already once, so why not twice, right? So just a possible move to be aware of. Again, that's a low, we have to look for a swing through pan failed auction, but otherwise most probable is to go down here at least. Okay, so around 116,600. And this is the last best of the best support. We still have one more down here around the weekly level at 14,100, but yeah, honestly, I will prefer not to go that down. I will prefer to remain in this zone if we have to come down like this. Okay, so yeah, that is a plan with the levels. And if we drop, we just lose every single support. Next target is simply on your low into the daily negative path contract, or right in 11,000 around there. So yeah, with the wave taking now this leading 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so 5 ways up here. That brings us next with a bigger ABC zigzag or impulsive to the upside. So in any case, normally a pullback to go higher, pullback to go higher. So next when we go up, we just look for a 5 ways up. Next we'll be able to look for a wave 1 2 3 4 5 or for an ABC zigzag. I will take the ABC zigzag as first because this is what I've done in the last waves here. So yeah, again we can do 5 ways up here. There is another configuration, as you know. This is this configuration here where we are in this wave 1 2 3 4 5. And this is a wave 1 2 3 4, and this is now a wave 5. So we have 5 waves inside here. That's why we'll have to be aware of both configurations. But the wave 3 top, so that can be otherwise an A, B, C, a wave C top 2, will be a short to take in any case, in my opinion. Depending on how you want to trade that, but for me, that'll be a short to take in any case, because of my plan basically. So yeah, that is the plan right now on Bitcoin for the wave. We have right now a leading to the upside, so the most probable, as I said. Okay, we'll have so a wedge here again, 1 2 3 4 5. So if we have such leading, next we'll look for an ABC zigzag or an impulsive to the upside. So impulsive, wave 1, wave 2, and now we go towards new all-time highs, and we just pump it up basically. Otherwise, ABC zigzag, that will be just an A, B, C. Swipe the highs, going to a short target, get a bearish reaction. Depends on this basically. Either get a bearish reaction, drop, either don't get the bearish reaction, continue up, and we're more likely in the impulsive next. So if we manage to get the short reaction up here, we can look for a drop again, and so that will be a bigger triple wave. That will be the best overall. That will be looking better also in terms of time, but well, we'll see what we get later time in these targets. That is it for Bitcoin. What we can do now, look for the altcoins. Feel, so we've got the 5 ways up here. Unable, you know, we was looking for a possible bigger impulsive here, depending if we had to reclaim here and then flip into support. It was the Valera high, if I'm correct. Just down and down and down, so there's just no way to long this, and so we went here into the next third. I did plan only on my side, if I'm correct here. Very good bounce from here. This is the next resistance here. We're a bit at resistance right now with a big point of control, but this is the next resistance. Swing third pan with a 6.186%. That will be basically for a fail to put, well, we will fail basically to push higher with a weakness, okay, or massive absorption up here if we have to come back down here. So again, it depends on what Bitcoin is doing. For example, if Bitcoin is doing the ABC zigzag and it's reaching the resistance when Fieldcoin is here and Bitcoin is bearish, then we're going to pull back for a bigger triple wave here into the wave 2. Okay, 1 2, or AB otherwise for an ABC. If there is nothing bearish inside here, we're going to look for $3 at least, so to speak. This next resistance, approx $3. Okay, 2.8 3 around there. And if this is not, I mean, if there is still nothing bearish here on Bitcoin when we hit this is not going to retrace, so we're going to look for the high here to be taken. We have 1 high, 2 highs, 3 highs, and we have some more by the way. It's that one. Boom. So these are the next targets to be aware of if we break this resistance with nothing bearish. So yeah, that is a plan for Fieldcoin. METIS. Very bad place for a bounce, honestly. So yeah, by the way, I'm taking this wave 4 now. Okay, bounce from the 1-to-1 extension, but yeah, the place where it bounces from really sucks, not gonna lie. It really sucks because we lost basically the whole range, well no, the full latest uptrend Valera high, so this is very weak already to do this. We can see here again what happened there. Drop below, flip into resistance, fake the drop, and reclaim. So again, a very tricky move. This can happen. And yeah, also this previous latest uptrend here, point of control, bit of sideways on it. So yeah, not the best of the best. The best will have been to really hit this zone and bounce. Now here we go really below, flip into resistance, fade the drop, and reclaim. Very unlikely again, but still possible. So yeah, in any case, we might not, well again, we can do only up like this. maybe at some point we'll get a retest, so it's fine if we have to get a long after. Here, so we've got a bigger correction here. I was looking for into the wave 4, but again, that one very not the most probable. I mean, really not the most probable here. You can see here we've got a regular wave 2, so to speak. We've got a retrace between 56, 186% here. We'll have 73% chance to bounce from, so this is a regular wave 2. When you do a regular wave 2, you expect to do a regular wave 4. So when you look for a retracement here for the wave 4, you look for basically the 23.6, 38.2 with MCF in between. Losing this increases the probability of being in an ABC zigzag. Basically, you can still bounce off the 38.2, 50% that is classed as a big wave 4, but normally you do not do a big wave 4 after a regular wave 2. And so we still did here. So again, really not the most probable. How could you find a target? By placing the WXY extension, you can bounce it from the 1618 max target, giving the bounce right now. So now we can look for the wave 5. Boom, here are the targets. I'll let you pause the stream to read all of this. And now we can move on the most important ones. Ethereum. So because this one is leading the price basically of the altcoins. So yeah. Honestly, this one is following absolutely perfectly. I have been following perfectly. We were looking for a pullback for a continuation. Very nice continuation right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are in the 5th, and I'm adding here these targets there. Yeah, went a little bit above the 1-to-1 extension here, but again, you can still be aware of this. Next, we'll have the 1618 with the higher time frame wave 3, 200%. So this is the next big zone of resistance, basically. Also approx around the all-time high. If this is broken, we can look next for the 2618 of the white wave 3. If this is broken, we'll have the 3618, and then we'll have the 423.6 max target. But yeah, for now, these are the lower time frame wave 5. So this lower time frame below wave 5 targets, when we're going to complete this wave 5, this is going to put the wave 5 top 2, the bigger green wave 5 top 2, and so this is going to complete, in that case, the bigger wave 3 top, or the bigger C wave, and so max retrace, or just a small retrace to push higher next. Okay, so yeah, ETH and yeah, ETH BTC, really nice bounce from the target we have planned. I mean, yeah, this is another 13% increase in price. That's pretty nice. Massive, I did the count by the way yesterday on my side here. We have a massive resistance really around 0.05 okay dollars. Or Bitcoin, by the way, here it's in Bitcoin. Yeah, because it's Ethereum versus BTC, I'm stupid. So 0.05 BTC basically for the price up to this anchor if you want from the all-time high. So it's quite a large zone, but well, this is yeah, this is time we come up here. Maybe this is going to come down into in line with this target, but this is a very big zone of resistance we're having above here. So yeah. Right now we have a bit of resistance also, but yeah, we should finish a few smaller waves. So here, for example, we should pull back for the wave 4, but still go for the wave 5. I'll be a little bit careful with smaller wave like this, because sometimes we do not do the bigger wave 4 and 5, just so you know. But yeah, normally we should do that in any case. Boom. So yeah, this is the plan on ETH BTC normally. So we're into the green, the blue wave 5, and we have this small 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete. If we have to pull back for the wave 4 here, let's have a look at what was the wave 2, a regular. So normally for the regular, we look for a normal wave 4 next. So we look for a wave 4 between the 23.6, 38.2, and from here we can look for an increase in price. For the wave 5, this is completing all this. Basically the bigger wave 3 top. If we have to get a rejection from any of the targets there, we have already a resistance there, by the way. So either from here we'll just swing through panda highs into the weekly, for example, and fail to continue up. Maybe also we have a swing through pan here, isn't it? There. Yeah, well, that'll be the next target. So either here basically, so we'll do, you know, a pullback here. We'll bounce next, but fail to go through the weekly. Okay, this will be decisive. Basically, it will be a rejection of this zone of resistance. Again, the wave resistance, sometimes we go a little bit above and then we come back down. It's absolutely fine. If we still manage to push up, the next target is a 2618 of the wave 5, and so we'll just swing through pound a few highs and then retrace basically from here. And if we don't get anything bearish still from here, well, we can simply continue to do all the smaller wave counters. Otherwise, the best is to simply add the wave 3 targets there, the big wave 3 targets, and this will do the job, honestly. Okay, so yeah, that is a plan on Bitcoin and ETH basically at the moment. So yeah, no news today. Short's getting wrecked right now, but yeah, I mean there is. Let me have a look at the 30-minute, but again, long at the lows. Again, this is bouncing. That's pretty crazy these days. But anyways, 16 million here. Geez, the activity at the highs here was pretty crazy. We've got a lot of longs closing. That's what you like to see, for example. Longs getting wrecked when they came like this. They come like this in the market, like there's millions. Anyways. Yeah, best here will be to get a swing through pan here. Get a full reversal, get the pump, and get the reversal. Well, again, up to where I don't know exactly, but around these highs basically. We'll have to trade these highs. Boom, and then boom. That will be really the best case scenario. The best case scenario, but these days the best case scenario are not the most probable, it looks like. So yeah, let me see on the lower time frame real quick. If there's anything bearish. No, there is nothing for now, so there is no trade. Again, rejection with bad data, so we look for a retest. If the retest is good, that's a short. If the retest is not good, we look for a new high, swing through pan fail auction. If there is nothing, continuation into the next target, so to speak, the new high directly. As simple as that. That's the process. If you want to learn all of this, you can go and check out our website, MOONCHARTS. There all the Flint footprint chart, you have everything in there, so you can understand a little bit better. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care of you as always. This is important. Let's see what we get next. And yeah, if you want to enjoy, by the way, discounts on ATAS, that's for you, not for me. You can go and check out these. Of course, you have to sign up with my link in the description. Use this promo code, you will get some discount because you have some new tariff at the moment on ATAS. So yeah, have a brilliant day ahead. Take care and see you all in the next one. Cheers.